Hi everyone, you have reached Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all of you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And finally, share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here today with a video on Nene Leakes. Nene Leakes, former castmate or cast member of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her last season on the show was season 12, and I mean, you all know the story. You know, she didn't like her contract, I guess, that they was trying to give her for season 13. They was giving her less episodes. Rumor was they was going to give her the same money, but less episodes. That's not what she wanted. It was a long, drawn-out battle between her and Bravo, and finally, it was announced she was not coming back. But Nene just didn't leave. She left accusing Bravo of racism and a whole bunch of other things. Okay, so that's just to catch it up a little bit. But when she was on the show, her and Cynthia Bailey, who is now Cynthia Hill, at one point in time during the show, they were really good friends. And when Cynthia was married to Peter, her last husband, before her current husband now, Peter and Cynthia and Nene and Greg, they were all like one big happy family, friends. Somewhere along the line, the friendship just, went left, okay? Once the friendship went left, even before Nene left the show, every time she would go on Andy Live, she would talk about how Cynthia needed to be fired. Well, you think, even though she wasn't on season 13, you think once Nene left, she would stop talking about who should and shouldn't be on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, but she can't seem to stop running her mouth about the show where she, out of her own words, really could care less for any of the cast members that are currently on the show, could care less about Bravo in the show, but yet every time someone interviews her, she talks about the show. And I know you may be saying to yourself, but what if the person interviewing her is asking her these questions? She could simply say, you know what, I decline to answer. I don't want to talk about The Real Housewives of Atlanta anymore. I have my restaurant, I have this going on. Let's please talk about that. Well, she recently did an interview with the Jasmine brand, and they asked her some questions about The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 13, and she brings up yet again her ex-friend Cynthia Hill, because I was about to say Cynthia Bailey. She's saying Cynthia needs to be fired. I was thinking in my head, did I ever have an ex-friend in my life that I wished them to be fired from their job? I mean, I guess when I was maybe much, much younger, when people did something to me, I might have wished some things. I don't know if I ever wished anybody to be jobless. I mean, she's been saying this about Cynthia for years, and she still hasn't stopped. I really can't imagine what could Cynthia have done to her that is so bad that she keeps wishing this woman does not have a job. And I think to myself, Nene, do you even think about karma? You keep wishing someone else does not have a job. Do you maybe think to yourself, maybe that's why I don't even have a job on the show anymore? Because over the years, I kept wishing and saying this person should be fired, that person should be fired, and then finally my day came. Are you still like, what? Who's that evil? But anyway, back to the interview. She said Cynthia should be fired. Cynthia has no more story to tell. And you know what? There are a ton of fans who believe that Cynthia is over. We already saw her story. Well, the thing is, I happen to like Cynthia. I think she's like the neutral person on the show. And in terms of a storyline, well, who on these shows, and including The Real Housewives of Atlanta, who really has a storyline? Normally, every one of these reality shows, the season lands on the back of one person. Season 13 was on Portia's back. Why do I say that? Because of Strippergate, that they dragged that out, and that was pretty much the whole season, and probably gave them the little bit of ratings they had. Now, yes, did the ratings tank for season 13? Absolutely. Did they tank as a result of Nene leaving only? I don't know, because even when Nene was there for season 12, I don't believe that the ratings was that much better. So the ratings have been taking for a while. So Nene's absence or her presence, would it have made a difference? We don't know. We're never going to know, because I highly doubt that she will ever be able to come back on Bravo or The Real Housewives of Atlanta. But again, back to the point here, Nene says yet again to another media outlet that Cynthia Bailey needs to be fired. She also said that she really doesn't have much love for any other castmates on the show, and if it was her opinion who should come back for season 14, she mentioned Kenya, because Kenya is so messy, but she also said that's how Kenya lives her life. That's what she said about her. She said Portia should also come back. And she said, although I'm not saying that Portia should not have gotten this 8-episode spinoff. So Portia has a spinoff, an 8-episode spinoff with her and Simon, and we're all gonna wait to see and tune in to see how that pans out. Nene says, I'm not saying she should not have gotten the spinoff. She said, if I were the producers, I would have just not done the spinoff and made Portia pretty much do all of this drama on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And again, she threw a dig saying because they need the ratings. Now, I will say this. I do agree with her that the spinoff may lessen, the amount of drama that she can give about that situation on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I also agree that because since The Real Housewives of Atlanta struggled for season 13, it would have been good to save all of this drama for season 14. But we don't know what she plans to give in this 8-episode spinoff. Maybe the 8-episode spinoff is going to be all soft and pink, and we will still be able to get a lot on The Real Housewives of Atlanta if she comes back on it and shows us this side of it. Because I'm sure in her spinoff, no one's going to be asking her questions about the relationship. No one's going to question the relationship. It's going to be all soft and pink. Them having lovey-dovey, dinner together, doing this, being with the kids. I highly doubt it's going to be drama surrounded around how they got together and questions about the relationship. So, Bravo can still, have the best of both worlds. They gave her the spinoff, but they should make her come back on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, because if Kenya is allowed to ask Portia some questions about this relationship, and you know how they can get messy if they bring, maybe Fallon for a couple episodes and some other females that Simon may have allegedly been with or are still with, it can give us a whole nother flavor of her relationship on Real Housewives of Atlanta versus her spinoff show. So anyway, I will say this. I think I back up a little bit. Nene showed these traits while she was on the show throughout the seasons, traits of jealousy. And I think it's so sad that after all of these years and after not being on Real Housewives of Atlanta with Cynthia for a whole season, you still hold all of this in you that you would sit and do an interview and say that this woman needs to be fired. Let the universe do what it does. If Cynthia is no longer meant to be on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, let the universe do that. Why would you put out in the atmosphere that this girl should be fired? She also said that Cynthia should be a friend to the show versus having a full-time peach. I mean, it's so, and she said she wasn't being shady. That's shadiness. That's shadiness. You don't want this woman to make her money. You want her to just be a friend of the show. And friends of the show get a significant less amount of money than they get if they was an actual peach holder. And to me, it's such a slap in the face that if you was once a peach holder, and now you turn a friend. It should be you're a friend, turn a peach holder. But we'll see how it pans out. There's rumors that Cynthia did get fired. We don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm waiting until this season starts to see who really got a peach back and what they're going to do. It's also talks that Sheree is trying to come back. I think it would be a nice comeback there for Sheree, because I'm into, them bringing back older cast members, not older in age, but I'll say previous cast members that before at that time they had a show. So, guys, chat with me in the comments. Would you want a friend like Nene? Because listen, if you have a friend like her, you know that if there's ever a circumstance where y'all become ex-friends, you got what an enemy on your hands. And as a friend, are you that evil and mean that, okay, I'm no longer friends with so-and-so, but you're really sitting and plotting and wishing that all of this not good stuff happened to them? When you calling for someone to be fired, that's not good. People have bills to pay. Anyway, guys, listen, chat with me in the comments. Let me know how you feel. Starting Monday and for 8 days in a row, I'm going to be doing my review on a show called Sex Life on Netflix, and I'm going to take it one episode at a time. It's 8 episodes. It's a really good show, and some interesting things happen in every single episode. It deals with relationships. It deals with past relationships. It deals with what do you do if you can't get over a past relationship, but yet you're in another relationship. Not only in another relationship, but you're married and have kids and you're still thinking about the ex. We're going to get into it, so I hope you can join me live for 8 days in a row, starting Monday. I'm going to start around 9:15 because I have a guest that's going to join me. He watched the show also, and we're going to get into it. We're going to have some live talk about it, and we'll give people the opportunity, if I could figure it out, how to call in and chat with us. But listen, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.